well, I wouldn't say super quick, but let's go over some stuff. If you catch this video later after I've already stopped shooting, because I am live right now, um, keep watching till the end. There's some stuff that I'll be explaining, like what's going on with all these, why I've been collecting all these containers. I mean, that's obvious, right? I mean, duh, making more stuff. But yeah, first off, I want to go over some of the things I'll be doing this month and going into the future as far as building stuff. So, first of all, let's go over these little prints I did the other day. They came out really good, actually. And I don't know that I really went into a lot of detail about them, but if you take a look at them, you'll notice that these have let me see if I can get a good zoom. These have a little bit of an angle to them. Should be 45 degrees. I could have messed it up a little bit, but it's enough to where you can tell. And the reason for that is let me just put this on a clamp here. Oops, forgot to take this off. Hold on a second, guys. There we go. I got a pen attached to it. So, let me see here. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Now we're on a clamp. So the reason these, I know, so professional. These are at a 45-degree angle on the edges is so that when you print them out and you get a little glue, you can mount these together at least a little easier than if they were just flat and build some stuff out of them. You can do it in threes. Make yourself a little shape like this, right? Or if you want, you can do it in fours. In other words, you do an L bracket like this, you do another L bracket like this, and then you've got your girder structure. Let me see if I can get it to prop. Do I have any clay or something I can use? Let me see. This will probably do. All right, let me see if I can wedge these in here. Again, very professional. Let's see if I can get this to stick. I think you already know what I'm going for here, but bear with me. I'm just going to show you anyway. Well, here. Let's do this. I'll put a little blob here. Put a little blob here. Stick another blob over here and over here. Okay, so the idea is this. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get this to work. All right, so that goes there. And lastly, all right, let me take a little piece of this off. Hold on, guys. Almost there, almost there. Bear with me, bear with me. All right, so the idea is you can make something like this. Let's get some more light down here. The idea is you can make yourself small structures for your models, which hopefully will hold together. Keep in mind I'm not gluing this. All right, so that's the idea. You can make yourself your own little three-dimensional girders and stuff for your gaming, terrain, you know, custom spaceships, architectural things, whatever it is that you would use these for. But yeah, that was the whole purpose. I know what I'm going to use them for. You'll find out soon enough. We'll go over a little bit about that too here in a sec. But yeah, these are things I'm going to be using in the future. In fact, I've got another set right now I'm about to print. If you go to my Printables profile, which I've linked in the 2 shorts, and you can actually see my Printables profile, I think, on the main page if you go to links and stuff. But let me go into that here real quick. So I've been building up all of these, collecting all these bottles and containers to work up to sort of a collection of objects that I can use for dioramas and other things, for all kinds of little projects I've got going. The poll that I did, the winners were the Pochita, which is the Chainsaw Man dog. It's a little orange dog. I'm going to do a life-size version of that. So we're talking about something the size of a small watermelon with the chainsaw built into it. And here's the chainsaw. So we'll be mounting this good old chainsaw in there, which I guess I'm going to have to fix. And he's going to have that chainsaw sticking out of his nose. And it should be a working chainsaw when it's done. So there's that. Put that over there. The other one was the mech, classic mech or mech model, custom mech model. I don't have a ton of mechs laying around. I don't want to scratch build one, but I do have these, and I've been wanting to do these since last year when I bought them. So let's go ahead and pick one out and select one we're going to use for this next build. Let's see. We're going to go. Let's cut this puppy open. If you're not familiar with this, this is the Gundam Artifact series. There are box sets. You can get, this is series 2, I think. Yeah, Artifact 2. I think they're up to 4 now. But each series has a different set of Gundams in it. These are all the different versions of these that are in this box. They're not the full 1/44 or 1/100 scale. These are much, much smaller. But no, not necessarily any less complex. I think the idea was they're supposed to replicate the resin versions, but they're like kind of gumball machine sized models with about 50-ish parts or more in each model. And you don't really know what you're going to get till you open them. In other words, yeah, you're going to get these, but there is occasionally one that is a different color, like it might be transparent red or green or some other weird color. I haven't really opened them all up yet. I think what I'm going to do, because I'm a big Zaku fan, and I might go back and make this one too. I want to do the Zaku. Which one is it? I don't know what they call it in this set, but there's a Dom. Here it is, Zaku 3. I think I'm going to build this guy. This is Zaku 3? It says Zaku 3, but it's not a Zaku 3 on the front. I would have thought this one would be the Zaku. Oh, weird. Why does it say Zaku 3, but not have a Zaku? Do they all have this picture? Oh, they all have the picture. Okay. Something to note. The picture does not indicate the product. You have to look at the label. So I don't want to destroy these boxes. They're kind of cool, but let's open it from the side here. All right, so this is the one we're going to build. We'll put that away, but let's take a look at it. So it isn't just a quickie one. It's got quite a few pieces. Looks like 4 solid sprues with about maybe 5, maybe 20 pieces per sprue, looks like. So a pretty good amount. So this will be the one I'll be building, and we'll paint it up in some cool color. I've always been partial to red, but I don't know. I think like a cool hot pink would be neat, right? I don't know. Something kind of outlandish. But this will be the one I'll be working on for the project. So another note on that, on the whole project thing. So there were other items on those lists. And that's kind of what I want to talk about is how I'm going to be doing this channel going forward. I ran into a problem technically with my computer. Nothing wrong with physically with a computer, but it doesn't have a ton of storage space. And as you know, videos take up a ton of storage space, especially if you're shooting for hours and hours and hours, and then you have to edit those down to like a 10-minute or 30-minute or whatever length video. So I have to get an external hard drive to store all that stuff. I was doing live video like I'm doing now. And the idea was, well, I'll just do live video. And instead of storing all those live videos on my computer, I'll just let YouTube store them. You know, in other words, I'll post live video and then come back and re-edit it. And I, you know, I can still do that. I just don't want to confuse everybody because I've been doing all this live video lately. The idea is behind the live video is, like I said, rather than use up storage on my computer, which I don't have, and I don't really want to buy another computer just to do that. Rather than do that is do the live video, whoever sees it, and then go back and re-edit that video later. Let it just go to private. So if you got lucky enough to see it live, good for you. And if not, oh well, you'll have to wait till the video comes out. And that's kind of what I'm going for now. So it's not to say that of the items listed on those polls, I am still working on those items diligently. In other words, I'm still working on lots of stuff, but the ones that you will see first will be the ones that won the poll. So even though I might be working on this, or I might be working on all 5 of them, I don't know. You're only going to see the finished video for this guy. Even though I'm working on all of these things, and I mentioned there's a little clay comic character that I'm working on for a friend of mine named Flu Hardberg. He's a Norwegian comic book artist, does lots of other stuff too. I mean, just to say he just does comics is a bit of a understatement. I wanted to make that little figure for him, and I promised him I would work on it, and I am. But you will not see a video on that until you see, say, the video for the Pochita. So the first videos you're going to see are the mecha, in this case, this little Zaku that I'll be working on. And the Pochita figure, which is going to be a big giant thing. And frankly, you probably are going to see me working on it live if I start shooting video for it. If you catch it live, cool. But you won't see a finished video of it until much, much later. But it'll be among the first completed videos that you'll see on the channel. So I hope that kind of makes sense to everybody. Maybe not. I don't know. So I guess let me. For those of you who still aren't getting it, let's do it this way. So let's say I do all of these projects on the fly, on the side, whenever I have time, and I'm shooting video for these live. Only a couple of them are going to be released as edited video. The rest will kind of take their turn. In other words, these will only exist in raw form as multiple shots, whereas these will get done first. So this will be the mecha in this case, and the Pochita. And when will I get done? I don't know. You know, I used to worry about posting video every so often, you know, to keep people interested and looking at the stuff. But hey, I don't know what I'm doing. I just build models. I'm not a good at promoting my channel or anything else. I'm terrible at it, in fact. But if you're patient, you'll see the finished versions of pretty much everything I've been working on. I mean, there's actually videos, believe it or not, there's videos of stuff that I've already completed that I haven't even posted yet. that only a handful of people even know about. So I hope that kind of explains a few things. Also, I did make another 3D file. If you go online, you'll see there's a couple of them linked to my Printables profile. So there's the file with all these girders and stuff on here, and then there's a file with some vents, and that's actually what I'm going to do right now. Let's take a look at that. So here's my printer. Let me just do a quick wipe down because I like to hit the bed with some isopropyl alcohol. Cleans it up, gets the oils off, but also it kind of promotes adhesion. And you can see these little sticky bits here, scratches and things from the previous printout. So that's clean. And I actually just replaced this hose. I probably should have shot a video of that just to show people how to do it. But you know, there's enough stuff on that online. So all I'm going to do here is turn this puppy on. This one's an Elegoo for those of you interested. They actually have a pretty big sale on right now, and I don't work for Elegoo. They don't give me any money for promoting their stuff, but I do like some of their stuff. I like this printer. It's certainly been very capable, and I haven't had any problems with it at all. The few problems I had were all my, fault, user error. Here we go. So there we go. And let's go ahead and find that file. So I'm looking for one that says vents. Got a lot of prints on here. Let's see. Is that it? Nope. Let's see where it is. I think I saw something. Girders, okay. Here it is. I think it's this one. B2B vents. Yep, that's the one. All right, so we're just going to confirm. And that's it. So that's going to start printing out all those vents. It's going to take about probably a good 5 hours. So you're not going to see the fruit of that labor till later. But anyway, so that's going to start printing. Back to what I was talking about before. So yeah, all these things I printed out and I've given away for free for other people to try themselves. I'm going to be using these for, various little projects like building up facilities, big sets like sci-fi refineries and buildings and maybe a few spaceships. I don't know. I'm going to show how I like to do thrusters. Just to give you an idea, if you take the tops of these things, let's say if I've got a top around here somewhere. I don't really, but like let's say this one. If I wanted to use this base as a thruster, I could take the top, put a hole in it, screw that to whatever spaceship I was going to mount it on, cut this part off, and then there's my thruster. Does that make sense? So that would be the thruster portion. And then this would be bolted on, and then I could just paint this and thread it onto the cap that it's already got, and then just glue all kinds of cool little doodads and pipes to it. But there's just too many cool, like what is that, a dead bug or something? Oh, it's water. It's just a weird reflection of the water in there. It has a weird color to it. Funky. I'll have to go in there and clean that. Yeah, wash these if you're going to use them. You don't want bacteria on your models. Thrusters. Get your thrusters. We got clear thrusters. We got not so clear thrusters. We got these teeny tiny thrusters. I don't know. Maybe that's a robot head or something else. Point is, yeah, all this stuff is going to be turned into something. it'll be fun. Maybe something to interact with these models I'll be building. And it's going to take some time, so be patient. This stuff, I'm not buying this stuff off the shelf. This little guy didn't come off of a store shelf. I had to build him, right? I had to collect the parts and glue them together. Stuff takes time. So don't fret if you don't see me posting anything. It just means I'm busy building stuff. I don't know who's on or if you're texting, but hey, cool. And, you know, just keep watching the stuff I've already posted. If you haven't already, I got a ton, over 200 videos. Gotta be something in there you like. And if you do like it, please like it with the little thumbs up thingy. Subscribe if you haven't already. I get thousands of views on stuff, but very few actual subscriptions and likes. I've got almost 500 subs now, which is nice. And thank you for those of you that already subbed. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Oh, by the way, the t-shirt came out pretty good. That looks pretty cool. I don't know if that even came up on camera, but yeah, there it is. This little guy. That ended up being pretty good. I like it. It's very comfortable. That weird hazy thing from where it stamped the print on disappeared after a couple washes. The other thing I'm going to be working on is I want to be doing some little 10 millimeter sculpts. I know 10 millimeter sounds tiny, but when you're talking about giant scale projects, do you really want to do everything in 32 millimeter? Everything just gets bigger. Why do I want that? I don't have enough space in my life, so I'm going to reduce the scale down so I can fit everything I want to fit in. But anyway, that's just wanted to update everybody on what's going on, what I'm working on. Yes, I'm working on stuff. Like I said, just kind of be patient because that's a spaceship. Like I said, it takes time. I work full time. This isn't my full-time job. This is a hobby for me, just like it is for most of you guys. If I could do this full time, that'd be awesome. But you know, I do have a full-time job and I work. So when I can get to the garage or the computer to work on stuff, it's just, that's all my free time. Free time I give to you guys. Sort of. Anyway, but thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody's support thus far. I really appreciate it. It's nice to get feedback from people on things that you like to make. I know I certainly love feedback. But, you know, I don't do it for the feedback. I do it for the fun. If it ever stops being fun, I'll just quit doing it. You know, and that's why I, you know, just want to share these things with the people who are watching. It's just stuff I enjoy doing. It's not something I'm doing for anybody in particular. Well, with the exception of my nephew, who I've sculpted those things for, but he's the one that kind of got me back into this whole sculpting and painting and miniature making thing that I hadn't done in probably 20 years. So it's been kind of a fun trip so far. You know, we'll see where it goes. Anyway, you can see the printer's hard at work over there. As soon as that's done, I'll post a video of how those vents turned out. And I hope you guys can make it over to the Printables site. And, you know, if you own a 3D printer. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. So what I found out is, and I do all my stuff in FDM, and I do want to get a resin printer at some point, but these guys, if you go to their website, they're doing a Chinese New Year 50% off sale on a lot of their printers. And no joke, you can get an FDM printer for, I think it was like $150. They listed it at $149, but when I went to check out, it said $200. So I don't know what's up with that. You probably have to contact their support and say like, hey, what's going on? It's supposed to be a $150 printer. I don't know what the deal is. Even so, that's pretty cheap. So if you don't have a 3D printer, you've always wanted to get into one on the cheap, they've got some decent little ones that you can do, even stuff like what I'm working on now, and get your feet wet with some 3D printing. Anyway, talk to you guys later. I got to do something with this rack. I mean, I don't know how I ended up with so many paints. I always tell myself, you're never going to be one of those guys that has a million paints. But there it is. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot. I got more stuff planned. I'm going to be doing some wall-mounted tool racks over here. I'm going to get rid of these nasty old shelves. These are probably going to end up in a closet somewhere holding shoes. And all of this is going to be kind of like a big tool rack to mount different types of things on. We'll see how it goes. I haven't really made a decision on what I'm going to go with, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thumbs up, like and subscribe. Talk to you. Bye.